Hello everybody, Washu here, and welcome back to Devil of the Mirror! Alright, so last time we met a Shoto, we met a little gothic Lolita, we're trapped in a mirror, and yeah, I guess that's about it. Alright, we got a clock. Ooh, what is this? This clock stopped a little before midnight. Oh, it's upside down. She's just like, God, I hate this guy. When I use that spell to enter the mirror, something will happen at 12, it said. This must be the result. If we move the clock, it might have some kind of effect. We might be able to get the clock running with the winding key. Oh yes, I have a winding key. Do you want me to wind it up? I'll do this. Alright, here we go. Forgot. Oh. Whoa! Oh, there you are. Why didn't she kill us yet? She needs a substitute to get out the mirror. She can't leave without a substitute, that's why she didn't kill you yet. A substitute. She wants to replace you. She has been weakened and then sealed in the mirror, but she regained her strength by playing with you. Playing with Watashi? Every game you've played with the mirror was like a gift of life power for her. But it's not just the devil who has become more powerful. Right, Sahani? It's the same for you and me, because that's how we were born. What do you mean? Sorry, I can't tell you now, but... Wait, Rose-chan. Look out! Huh? It hurts. I fell like 25 stories. I can hear someone talking. Oh my god. A lot of dolls that look just like me. That's a little creepy. I think I would be very disturbed if I woke up in a room of dolls that look just like me. What is this place? I moved the clock and then the ceiling and floor have been reversed. Wait, these were on the ceiling? I've been separated from Shuni, and that girl who saved me. Shuni was talking about the devil of this world, and at first I thought that it was that girl, but apparently the devil looks exactly like me, because it was my reflection in the mirror. It was me inside of here, inside of this mirror world. What if the devil pretending to be me got out of this world, and I remain here? Will she become me? Then who will I become? No, don't think about it. I am still me. I need to get out of here quickly. I want to see Shuni and that girl again. Alright, sounds like a plan. We don't have our winding key anymore. We still have our knife. So she pushed us? Why did that girl... She pushed us out of the way because we were going to get nabbed in a cage. But I feel like falling 25 stories is lesser than being... I don't know. Letters are flowing in the air beside the door. I've been waiting for so long to get out of here, at least. Oh, last. Yeah, well, you're gonna be waiting a lot longer. Stop falling, this isn't about you. It's a body napper. Alright, which one? There you are. More letters are floating by the door. My dear self, outside the mirror. How do you want to die? What kind of last moment do you want? What kind of last? There was a little spook that was walking right behind me. Interesting. Save point. And, it's little caged birds? There's a blade in its throat. Oh. Only this bird is still moving. It's garnished with red flowers. Ew, ew, ew. A little bird that appeared to be alive. Aw. There's something written on the wall. It's sad to be alone. Let's all be together. So, I need to kill the bird? Seems a little fucked up. Where do I pierce it? Oh, I don't know yet. How am I supposed to know? Is there a hint somewhere? So this one was pierced in its throat, so probably not that one. Is there any way to know? Oh. Sad to be alone. Let's all be together. Little bird, garnished with red flowers. Am I combining everything? What make me heal the bird? Okay, I'm sorry, little bird. Devoid of warmth. It's slathered crimson with blood. Ew. It won't open. Ah, shit. Do I need it? Oh, only these flowers are white. What? Oh, am I garnishing the bird? White flowers. Stained with blood. I have created red flowers. Okay. And what am I doing with them? I've got red flowers, everybody. Am I supposed to... Oh. Put them here? Did it! Does it... Oh, I thought it was gonna be like the little bird, but it was like stabbed now. Alright, well. I'm a murderer. There's something written on the wall. Let's play funeral. Which one of the coffins is empty? The butterfly is... Oh, God, not one of these. The butterfly is the leftmost. The goldfish is 3 apart from the butterfly. Okay, so... I guess you would assume it's going to the right, but it could be going the other way around. The little bird is 3 apart from the kitten. The kitten is next to the goldfish. You may only open one. All right, big brain time. Okay, so if this one was 1, then we had 1, 2, 3, probably. Okay, leftmost, butterfly, goldfish. Little bird is 3 apart from the kitten. So, 1, 2. There's one. Yeah, well. Oh. I think I heard a sound coming from the door. Hell yeah! Did it! The text on the door changed. And now it's your time to enter the coffin, dear self. I don't think so. A room made of mirrors. Who are you? Well, okay. So, I don't normally critique games, alright? But if I had saved right here over my original save file, I would have literally been locked into the ending forever. So, I guess it wasn't that one. Then it has to be this one. Yep, an empty coffin. I think I heard a sound coming from the door. Oh my god. Well, you know, it's a pretty coffin. I would get in it. A coffin, there's a name written on it. Rosalia. It's my name. There's a letter in the coffin. My beloved self from outside the mirror. I want to get out of the mirror. My dear self outside the mirror said she wants to come inside the mirror. So, let's exchange worlds. I know what my dearest self truly wishes for. My true wish. Earlier, Shuni had told me about the future. The truth is, there's not much time left in my life. I don't have a future. Which is why you turn to me, a devil, right? Do you remember now? There's no future for you. You are alone. No one will know you've existed. No one will remember you as you sink into a coffin. That's what you were afraid of. You wanted to have a friend. You wanted a future where you'd stay beautiful forever, don't you? All of you together in the coffin. That's the Garden of Eden you wished for. I'll make your wish come true. No, that's not what I really wanted. This is the story of a certain girl living in a certain world. This girl has been all alone because of her illness. But one day, the girl received an invitation. It was a dark, dark Sunday. The girl was clad in black clothes because she was invited to the funeral. It was the first time she'd seen a box called coffin. Makeup has been applied carefully to the deceased, as befits a final departure. Flowers surrounded the coffin, decorated with lovely memorabilia. The girl who attended the funeral was fascinated by it. I wish I could also have such a beautiful funeral, she thought. On a certain day, the girl received a wonderful gift. A magnificent antique mirror. And its center is someone who passed away somewhere recently. She thought it must have belonged to the family of the deceased, accepting it with gratitude. To an uninitiated eye, it must have looked very creepy and disturbing. The girl, somehow unable to avert her eyes, had taken a fancy to the mirror. Thus began her days of playing with the mirror. Mirror, oh mirror, myself inside the mirror, hear me out. Today I picked up a dying black kitten and a stuffed rabbit doll. Why don't we have a beautiful funeral just like the one in the past? That said, surely the kitten would feel sad left all alone in its coffin. I wish it had a friend it could share the coffin with. One day I'm going to die too, and when that day comes, who will be with me inside the coffin? I mean, presumably no one, would be my guess. Normally, people are buried alone. I get it though. It's kind of a pretty idea, I guess. It's cold. This place brings back many memories, but I don't want to return here. Not so long ago, every day felt like this for me. Cold. Empty of life. I felt like my soul was withering away with every passing moment. Perhaps I've been forgotten and abandoned. No place I can go to. No place I can call home. No reason to exist, no wish to live. While there was someone who would play with me occasionally, every time they passed away I felt emptier inside. However, she has put an end to all that. Rose helped me to get out of here. Oh, there. So, now it's my turn to help her. Who is this? Who is this little Shota? This room. It looks like the place where I first met Rose. Remotely? In this room, many people and their possessions gather and go separate ways over and over. A long time ago, someone left a stuffed rabbit behind, and there wasn't even the slightest sign of somebody coming back for it. I figured it would be good to have it around to keep a bored child some company, so it remained here for a very long time. However, just recently it vanished. I suspect some visitor came and took it on a whim. Similarly, there are also many objects here which, by different turns of events, seem to be fated to remain in its place. This place. However, sometimes incredibly, return, go back, get out of the mirror. Where did you hide that mirror leading outside? Where did you hide it? Is that devil also searching for the mirror to get out of here? But that mirror was. Back then, that girl was trying to save Rose. If the demon is also looking for a way out, then that means the demon cannot exchange places with Rose. Not yet. That girl wasn't trying to lock us in. She's broken the mirror to prevent the girl from getting outside. It was all to keep her trapped inside the mirror. The only reason we haven't been killed yet is because if Rose dies before the devil can get out of the mirror, it won't be able to replace her. After all, the devil won't be able to find out where the true mirror is hidden. But why didn't she let me use that mirror when we first met? There might be something else to it. That other girl was trapped with me just a moment ago. She's probably somewhere nearby. Alright. Well, you know, that does look inviting. Having a chair pop out, that looks like a good deal. I'm into it. Sit in the chair. Okay, never mind. When I was editing the video the last time, I noticed that there was a little rabbit doll that kept appearing behind us, and I didn't even notice. Today, I was visited by a family. It appears that their child was trying to seize a devil within a mirror corridor, but in the process was possessed by it instead. So, they requested an exorcism. But even if it was exorcised, it'll simply possess someone else, which will only lead to more victims. The devil's might increases with each soul it devours. Fortunately, no one has died yet, and now that it is weak, we've decided to enclose the devil in the mirror. I conducted a funeral for a member of the family who came to me for an exorcism a long time ago. I bid the child and the bereaved family farewell in a peaceful and modest ceremony to see them off into their last gracious journey. Today, I was contacted by that bereaved family. What happened to that mirror where the devil was sealed, I asked. It's gone. That mirror is gone. According to the family, they were told by one of the attendants. Thank you for the mirror. But they have no recollection of giving the mirror to anybody. When I heard of the word mirror, I immediately thought about the devil's mirror. The problem is, they don't know who received the mirror, even though they've checked every single attendee. Fortunately, the devil is still trapped in the mirror. It was sealed before it could gain any power, unable to cause any harm while inside the mirror. To grow in power, the devil must feed on souls. However, it's incapable of stealing a soul by force, unless it's offered with one's consent. Rose, stop offering your stuff. Oh, so I think, is the boy the rabbit? And then the girl with the bow, is she the black cat? Oh, what is this? Give me your heart devoid of lies. No. There's a big scale with a feather on the right side and an empty left side. Devoid of lies. That would be difficult for me. Perhaps I need to do something with the statues. On the other hand, what if those statues are trapped? I need to inspect them carefully before touching anything. Oh, this one looks a little different in the reflections, doesn't it? It holds a heart-shaped gem. I kind of want to see what happens when we die. It clearly looks like a devil there, so this probably won't work, right? Kill me. Kill the Shota. Did it. Is that enough? Now, let's get out of here. Quickly. Kill me. Huh? This is a completely different place. What? Oh my. Well, look, I just wanted to see. Okay? I get it. Oh. Oh, look, it's so light. It's even lighter than air because it made the feather go down. Is that enough? Now let's get out of here quickly. Ladder! Whew, that was close. I wonder what would have happened if it touched me. Show me your true self. There's a massive mirror. Show my true self, that would be difficult for me right now. Stop saying that. Perhaps I need to move one of these statues over there. The statues are probably trapped, much like the ones I've seen earlier. Let's inspect each one carefully before attempting. Okay. Well, is this just the same thing? Trying to play tricks? It's still the reflection. Is it? It can't. I'm looking super carefully at the ground. It's just this one. Will that be enough? Okay. Carefully. I lied about the true reason why I'm here. It's okay, Sahani. In Rose's point of view, I am the first human being she has met in this mirror world. But I lied to her. I came here to find somebody important to me, is what I told Rose. If I had told her the truth, I wonder if she could have enjoyed our time together. The same goes for that girl I met earlier. Could it be that she came here for the same reason? To meet Rose with a Z this time. Oh, Rose. Okay. So, is that what it is? Rose with an S is the real one, and then Rose with a Z is the fake one. Ugh, I'm all alone. What about you? Are you alone too? We're the same then. Listen, I'm going to perform a beautiful ceremony. My illness won't allow me to live a long life. Instead of dreams and hopes for a better future, I started being curious about what my final moments of life would be like. Funny, isn't it? Contrary to common sense, I have become fascinated by matters of death rather than life. But for me, that's the only future I could hope for. That's why I want to know more about it. The end of my life. How would I feel when it finally comes? Before long, the ceremony will begin, and I might get my answer. What do you say? Do you want to join me? It's sad to be alone, isn't it? So that was us talking. That was the real Rose. That was the real Rose there, dressed about to go to her funeral, talking to the bunny, which is this character? Yes, being alone is sad, but Rose is. She's all by herself, not knowing the kindness of a helping hand, not knowing the warmth of a world where hope exists. She's trapped all by herself, so much more horribly alone. Yeah, well, don't play with devil mirrors. I mean, it's a pretty obvious solution here. Are these pews or benches? What kind of church is this? Oh. A spell of going into the mirror world. What you need is... Okay, substitute. A big mirror, a candle. Right before midnight in a pitch black room. Light a candle and place it in front of the mirror. When midnight comes, something will happen. The spell she used to enter the mirror is written here. But the most important thing which would allow her to exit the mirror has become blurred and unreadable. Thank God that I came here to find Rose. Huh? Some letters have appeared. Turn off the lights! No. Why would I do that? Turn off the light. Turn off the lights, which means the candles... Poof. With my fingers. Poof. 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 Satan! That should be good enough. I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, okay. We're going. That black kitten looks somewhat frail. I think I've seen it somewhere, but maybe I'm just imagining it. There's a letter in the coffin. I want her light. Hey, you used to play with me. Why are you looking at me like that? A doll should have a smile on its face. Well then, let's begin a lovely funeral. The chandelier is... If it fell on me, I'd be crushed instantly. Okay, what are we gonna do? Oh, hey. How am I supposed to know the one safe zone there? So what are we doing? Am I supposed to climb into the coffin? It was here. Sorry, kitty. It's gonna get cramped. Ah, yes, sharing a coffin with a dead cat. Are you okay? Hey. Come on. Wake up already. Sleepyhead, what brings you here? Wait, the black kitten was... Yep, that's me. I'm a dead kitten. When she caught me, she changed my form, but after time ran out, I changed back. Got a problem with that? No, I'm just glad that you're fine. I called you a devil back then. Sorry about that. You were trying to help Rose, right? This is my real self. I am the ghost of a black kitten found and buried by Rose-chan. Devils and ghosts are pretty much the same thing, so it's not a big deal for me. What? No, they're not. Are they the same thing? Is this a Japanese thing? I thought they were totally different. And, I'm sorry for causing you so much trouble. First of all, I'm Cher. I mean, that's the name Rose-chan gave to me. Nice to meet you, Cher. My name is Shuni. Nice to meet you, too. I have a few questions. What is it? Why are you here in the mirror, Cher? Although black color makes women look more beautiful, in fact, it was my biggest disadvantage. Because I'm a black cat. They said I only bring bad luck. They called me the devil's spawn, a witch's messenger. Ew, ew, ew. Rose-chan was the only one who took care of me when I was beaten to death. She cleaned me, put me in a small coffin, and surrounded me with beautiful flowers. She even gave me her stuffed rabbit so I wouldn't feel lonely. And even though it was just a pretend funeral, for an abomination like me that had nowhere to go, it was true happiness. Because somebody's finally taken care of me. However, around then, I started to realize that there is a devil inside of her mirror. Excuse me, you were dead. How are you realizing anything? Gothic kitten lollico. So for the sake of saving Rose from that entity, I took this form here. You're in a similar situation as me, aren't you? Yeah, you're right. There's so much dialogue in this game. But why didn't you tell us all that back then when she first met? If you did, there would have been no misunderstanding. And I'm sure that Rose-chan would have become your friend. Like I said before, black cats are harbingers of bad luck and misfortune. So of course, it would be creepy if I told her that out of nowhere. Really? That's the reason? Of course. Oh, okay then. But really, if you were that creepy, Rose would have never picked you up, don't you think? So, if I met Rose, would I be able to talk with her? You think she wouldn't get scared? If you don't believe me, let's just talk to her together. Fine then. As for your other questions, I'll answer them while we look for Rose. Let's get going. But where should we go? This room has no doors. A hole has opened in the floor after the chandelier fell. We might be able to leave through it. I don't know where it leads, but it's better than to sit here forever. If you don't like the idea, you can just stay here. I'm going to find Rose. In that case, let's search for her together. Cher has joined the party. Excellent. What abilities does Cher bring? Perhaps. It's pretty dark, but it should be safe. Perhaps highly attuned cat senses. What am I hearing right now? Oh, we were jumping. So many pieces of shattered mirrors in there. Perhaps we can exit through one of those mirrors. Perhaps you shouldn't stare at them so intently. Who knows what will be reflected? God. When we first met, you shattered the mirror in front of our eyes. You blocked our escape path. It was a fake one, meant to trap Rose. The mirrors here also look like they lead outside, but they're all fake. So, if none of them can get us out of here, then... Not exactly. A mirror leading outside exists, but it's well hidden. Once we find Rose, I'll guide you. So that means we can finally go home. Yokata. Is anything wrong? No, nothing. But no matter how much we're looking for a way out, there's nothing here but these fake mirrors. Right? For now. How will we inspect all these mirrors? Maybe with our eyeballs, we could inspect them. Maybe with these fists. These little Shota fists. She's fine. Some sort of rave. Oh, there we go. That looks promising. I remember seeing that. There are a lot of dolls lying around that look like Rose. Rose, where could you be? I want to go in that one. Countless hands writhing, and the less you stare at them, the better. If it was me inside the mirror collapsing, I'm glad Rose didn't have to see that. She probably wouldn't have cared. Alright, here we go. I'm ready. This one. Hey, isn't there something like a passage inside this mirror? Wow, there are so many dolls. They look like they're about to move. Really creepy, but we should move on. There's something written on the wall. Maybe Rose came through here. Hey, keep your hands to yourself. Huh? What do you mean? Don't play dumb. Uh-oh. Oh no. Hey, I just had an idea. Yeah, I guess we're thinking about the same. What a coincidence. Alright, once I open the door, run as fast as you can. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, first, I'm gonna get caught at least once. Oh, it's just a... No, okay, fine. I don't know what I was hoping for. So is this just... They just run at me? Oh no, it's closed. Cher, please step back a bit. I think I can pry it open by Shota force. Hit the Enter Z button repeatedly and the door will open. Oh, I'm doing it. There they were. They were coming. Huh. Rainbow-colored valley. A tower of silence. What was next? Oh, there is more of a size different than I thought. We meet again, young man. Weren't you torn apart back then? Indeed I was, to my astonishment, but no need to worry. There's more than enough empty vessels here. Did you save us by any chance? You and the young master, it's going to be a long relationship between the two of you, won't it? By the way, that lady beside you. Oh, scary, scary. What's this place? This is the backstage where the rest of us gather. If you have nowhere else to go, you're always welcome here. Am I right, young master? Scary, scary. However, black cats have good eyesight at night, which makes them suitable to ward off evil. Therefore, some say they bring happiness. But times have changed, and over the years, black cats have become a symbol of misfortune. The one that you care for deeply. Wherefore, what time, whither? So watch again. Welcome to the backstage of the Grand Guignol. And tonight's story is the demise of the witches. The spell is simple. Do you see this intricately assembled crate there? Oh, no need to worry. It's empty now. Or did you expect a cute little bird to come out of it? Just collect the 4 witches and put them in the crate. Look to the east, west, north, and south, and you'll find that your wish comes true. Okay. Okay, it might just be my eyes playing a trick on me, but I could have sworn that this looks like Soisei Seki and a few other of the Rosen Maiden dolls. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Huh. What are we doing again? Oh, hey, look. I picked up the Western Witch doll. That was easy. What? I just gonna leave? What? Okay. Demise of the witches. Just collect the 4 witches and put them in that crate. Look to the east, west, north, and south, and you'll find that your wish comes true. Oh, was I supposed to do it in that order? Hopefully, it's not particularly important. I just hope the young Ojo-sama is unharmed. Yeah. Oh, hey, look! Aw. But. Oh no. They think that one's Oh, I get it, because they're a witch. Oh, Christians. Burning your witches. Now, see, if they were witches, I guess that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? To make sure that they're not, like, casting hexes and whatnot. Painting your walls with blood. Making your children crazy. We can't get any closer. If only we could put out the fire. Matches? What are we gonna use the matches for? Ew. There's a small keyhole. Maybe something can fit inside it. It could be useful once we find some water. Alright. Oh, nice. Western jar. Okay, so we need a little water. Oh. We can't get any closer. We have to do something about those bats. Huh. Oh, I get it. Candelabra. I used a match. Boop. Can I have the remaining matches? Okay. I think you're a little young to be playing with fire. I don't mind, but what do you need them for? That's a secret. Yeah, that'd be a big no from me, Chief. I'm a little pyromaniac. I'm a pyromaniac. That one gummy song. A key, I wonder where it fits. That guy probably lost it. In that case, shouldn't we return it? Well, it's his fault for losing it. Now it's ours. I picked up the old key. Oh my god, I'm exactly like this little gothic Lolita. That's exactly the type of thing that I would say. Southern Witch Doll. Oh shit. Ah, nice. Looks like Sailor Jupiter. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, was this the one? Yep. Looks like we can use that old key we found you earlier. Boop. Picked up the Eastern Witch Doll. Hey! Alright, now we just need a little water. Where am I gonna find some of that? Be careful not to save over this one. Here? Is that... Oh, it's water right in front of me. That is not so clear. It's pretty heavy when filled with water. I'll carry this. Cher, you take the doll. If it's too heavy, tell me, please. Look at that. What? Jeez Louise. That's a lot of water coming out of there. Boop. There you go. Pick up the Northern Witch Doll. I wonder what that so-called narrator doll actually is. Who knows? I've just met it myself. These contraptions are starting to get on my nerves because they remind me of the past. Flashback? So honey, don't you feel anything when you see the dolls inside of these horrible traps? Well, I agree that all these traps are frightening, but a moment ago that guy said something really interesting. He said that black cats protect us from evil, that they actually bring us happiness. Of course they do. Everyone knows that. I guess? Well, I just learned about it a few moments ago. Well, that guy looks harmless enough, so I guess we can tolerate him. But still, I don't believe he's going to grant me a wish if I play along in this game. Maybe he knows something about Rose's whereabouts. I wonder what that narrator doll is up to and why it's being so cooperative. Maybe it's the evil. It's the evil Rose. Maybe because it's a doll, since dolls have the power to protect people just like black cats. Is that a thing? You mean he's the same as me? Really? Come on, let's get going. We have to hurry now. Stupid cat. No pets for you later if you don't cooperate. Okay, here you go. Who are you? Huh? Didn't I answer that already? Oh well, I'm the caprice of a creator, so to speak. A doll playing with dolls. To us, it is a hilarity. However, why not indulge it? Surely it is preferable to shedding tears ceaselessly after being abandoned in a different world. Don't you agree, Otoko? Sure. There you go. There's a sound coming from upstairs. Now, why don't you open the door on the second floor? Where is it? Oh, there were stairs. I'm sure your wish will come true. Sounds good. Anything more to say? Lastly, you must not try to open the crate again, for your entrails will be torn to shred otherwise. Well, if you really want to see, take a look at the stages where the witches were earlier. The outcome won't change anyway, even if you take a peek. By the way, are you aware of this spell is actually a curse? Oh my god. I want to see. What's going on? Oh dear. I'm alive. 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 Oh. Ah! Ah! Ew, ew, ew. Are all of them the same? Oh, jeez. The dolls are alive? Wait. You little sneak. Get me out of here. Oh, wait. I have to look. No, not new game. I have to open and get my entrails ripped out. That's half the fun, you know. Okay, swap it. Boop, boop. Oh. Dude, make it easier for me to kill myself. What is this? I'm gonna do it. The wooden box with the dolls inside, a faint smell of blood comes from it. Careful now, you must not open that crate again, or they'll tear your guts to shreds. Well, if you really want to see, take a look at the stages where the witches were earlier. Huh, no, I want to open this. Oh, okay, it was a ripoff. Well, that's too bad. Because they're alive. You poor little cruisers. I'm sorry that people are playing with you too hard. Alright, get me out of here. Boop. Here you are. Thank God. Is everything fine? Did you get hurt? I'm fine, but, aren't you? Sorry that I've startled you. I'm Cher. Rose, you picked up a raggedy black kitten a while back, remember? Just mangy, full of fleas. Had scabies. And matted fur. Missing an eye. Little withered tail. Yes, I did, but she's already... I was that kitten. I wanted to repay you for seeing me off at the end of my life. I took this form for the sake of saving you. Sorry, I just don't know how to feel about all this. I just don't know how to feel about all this. I kind of wish you would have just stayed the cute cat instead of what I'm looking at right now. Well, in that case, I'm Cher, a friend you've met inside the mirror world. Or not. No, that's okay. Thanks for your help. It's nice to meet you, Cher. Funny how different you've treated me back then, Cher. Shut up, Baka. Say one more word and I'll turn you into junk. Well, it's true that you and Rose were together back then. Rose, I've met Cher earlier, right after we'd been trapped together. The devil wanted to replace you by escaping this world through a certain mirror, but Cher was hidden. Has hidden it. Oh, wait a minute. Cher hid it? I don't remember that detail being added. Cher, you can lead the way from now on. Wait, what? When did they ever say that Cher was the one that hid the mirror? This will allow us to get outside, away from the devil's grasp. I must not have been paying attention. Really? Huh? Yes. Well, we need to confirm that this is the real girl, don't we? The real Rose? But first, I need to apologize to both of you. Apologize for what? There's a reason why I performed this spell. If only I could become healthy. If only I could have friends and live in a wonderful world. This is what I wished for, but no matter how much I struggled, no matter how long I endured, it all was to no avail. I couldn't become who I wanted to be, and I hated myself for that. That's why I tried out that spell. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm sorry for being this selfish and dragging both of you into this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why? Why do you apologize? Because if I hadn't performed the spell, none of this would have happened. But Rose-chan, we became friends thanks to your spell. I agree with Cher, Rose. You have nothing to apologize for. No matter what anyone says, I like you, Rose-chan. I really like you. I'm so happy you accepted me. My homeless, ugly, flea bag-ridden self that everyone despised. Because I'm a black cat. They said I only bring bad luck. They called me the devil's spawn, a witch's messenger. They hated me. They bullied me a lot, even though I hadn't done anything wrong. But if you're born black colored, you can't change it, right? So I decided to love my black color. I decided to embrace it. With all of its bad luck, misfortunes, and evil eyes of the people that look down at you, all of a sudden my eyes became open to the things that really matter. And now that black color I hated so much has become my greatest strength. Embrace everything I hate about myself. I wonder if I could do that just like you. It'll take a while, but don't worry. I'm really excited to see how you'll change. Thank you, Cher. Well, I think we've chatted long enough, taps his imaginary watch. Okay, ladies. We better get going. If we stay too long, the devil will find us. Right, well then, let's go. Let's get the heck out of here. Cher, before you gave me a hug, you could have, taken a bath, just saying. This is where I woke up. What would have happened to me if I was here all alone? Thank goodness that Shuni and Cher are here with me. I'm pretty sure it's still with me. There it is. Cher are those. The matches, I kept them to burn down these thorns. What thorns? Oh. I didn't even see them. Did it. Up ahead. That's where the real way out is. Rose, do you still have the candle you used to come here? Yeah, but it's become smaller after all this time. This will be sufficient, and that's how candles work. They have to use up something as a substrate to burn. That's as far as Cher and me can go, Rose. From here on out, don't ever look back. Just keep going straight forward and look ahead. Whatever happens, don't let it distract you. And don't look away. She's like, this is going to be absolutely no problem for me. Because if you do, it will get you. Hey, but after that, will we meet again all together? I'm not sure I can get out of here in this form, but Sahani can. Rose, what's wrong? If I won't be able to see you again, maybe I should just stay in this world, I thought. They're both like, what the fuck? After everything we've done. I finally have friends, and I want to spend a little more time with you. Also, when we first met, Shuni said that there's someone he's looking for. Maybe we could find that person and get out of here together. No, we can't. If you miss this opportunity, there might not be another. Rose, please go ahead. Oh, go back, ahead of us. Once I've found the one I'm looking for, I'll be right behind you. So, if we ever meet again, I hope we'll still be good friends. We're not friends. Hurry, we must move before the devil gets here. Okay. You know, I'll do my best. Oh, a little life came back to our face. I'll strive to what I finished for in this spell. I'll do my best to make it come true. Shuni, you said that despite all the hardship and pain, I will become a pillar of support to someone else. You told me you believe in my future. And Cher, you accepted me for who I am. Despite what everyone says, you accepted me just like I accepted you. You taught me to accept everything I hate about myself and turn it into my advantages. Not knowing anything about this spell, I have no idea that I've embraced the devil. I got very scared and regretted it. But not anymore. Even if I won't live for much longer, I won't give up. I'll believe in myself because I have two wonderful friends that taught me something important. I want to try as hard as I can, even if it's just for a little while. So that one day when we meet again, we'll remember what we went through together and laugh. That's why I won't say goodbye, because I want to see you again. Shuni, Cher, thank you. Thank you for everything. I'll see you again. I've had a lot of fun too. Thank you, Rose. That's a death flag. Keep moving forward and look straight. That's what Shuni told me. Until you reach the end, don't look back and don't turn away. Everything in here is counterfeit or an illusion. You have to reach the end before the candle burns out. I mean, so clearly I'm going to immediately turn around. Boop! From now on, I am the real thing and you are the fake! She blew out her candle. We have deleted all of your save files. Alright, well, I know how this works. Did I make it back? Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you. We have to destroy this place too, so that the devil won't follow Rose. Right. By the way, back then you said that I should just tell Rose Jan the truth. I can't believe you lied to her with a straight face and hid the whole truth. The spell Rose used to come to the mirror was missing one component that she needs to get out of here. The only way out of the mirror is bringing a substitute, but in the spell book was written blankety blank, substitute. She couldn't read it because the letters were blurry. Nobody can get out of here without somebody else replacing them. It's a widely known spell, but the single most important part of it was obscured. I didn't want to frighten Rose by telling her something like that. I knew something was wrong. When I said I'd lead you to the hidden exit, you said that Rose can leave, but you didn't say that you'll be leaving with her. When we were reminiscing recently about playing together, you interrupted us, and also back then. We talked about how black cats and dolls have the same power to protect their loved ones. I can't believe it. That's right, a black cat is a protection against evil. It keeps evil away and protects us from it. And the doll serves as a substitute. If I stay here, Rose can return. I'm just like you, Cher. Rose helped me and I wanted to return the favor. Who would have thought that a stuffed rabbit desired to come here so much? No wonder that crazed narrator doll is on your side. It's our role as dolls to protect our owners. Farewell, Rose. Yes, I know, but still. Happy end. The Shota fulfilled his purpose by becoming a sacrifice. Since then, the stuffed rabbit that was supposed to be in the room all alone. Okay, let me try that again. The stuffed rabbit that was supposed to be in my room all along was gone. Instead, what am I looking at? No matter how much I looked into the mirror, befallen by a curse, it showed nothing but my last moments. Okay. I can see something glowing on the other side. Try to check the mirror behind you first. What mirror? That was a mirror? I thought that was a door. Oops. Whoa! countries, there's a legend about the paradise beyond rivers and oceans. And so when I put this little thing inside a coffin, it would go to a place free of sickness, suffering, and pain. You're invited to play funeral. But a coffin doesn't suit her. I've read some books about burials before, so I wanted to give this poor little thing the funeral it deserved. Shining scales, elegant tail fin. Scatter the petals for a water burial. But it's still not enough. Uh-oh, did we start killing things? I've heard that in some countries there's a legend that birds can carry souls high up into the sky. So after I put this little chick inside the casket, I wonder if it can rise from this cramped and boring world to free skies. You're invited to play funeral. We didn't kill the black cat, did we? The dainty sound of its last cry was so lovely. But it's still not enough. A weakened, dying black kitten. Someone tortured her. Her body was a mess. She wasn't beautiful. Not very appropriate for my pretend funeral. However, the light of life that went out in my hands was so lovely. You're invited to play funeral. But it's still not enough. After attending that beautiful ceremony, I took this stuffed rabbit home. It must have been something someone forgot. On the back it says, Shuni. Here was the first time I saw a butterfly. It was so beautiful, frozen in time, and I was mesmerized by it. Soon after I read more about herbaria, invisible skeletal structures of various species I learned about. Embalming procedure, how to make a mummy, dead wax. That means people are able to do that. Cremation, earth burial, water burial, sky burial, wind burial. It also tells about how to enshroud them, which prayers to say, and also their last wills. I use this book during pretend funerals. Ew, ew, ew. Who shall we put in the coffin next? You collect them, you gather them, but in the end you bury them in the ground. There are more and more tombs, and yet I'm still alone. But I found a wonderful spell, a spell using a mirror that is able to make your wish come true. The mirror that reflects the last moment of a fading life. It must have some kind of magical power. My wish, my hope, if it comes true, I'll stay beautiful forever. My loneliness will end. Everyone with me inside the coffin. I want to build my own Garden of Eden. Oh no. The other side of the mirror. Someone's performing a spell in an unknown room. She might be coming here. I hope that we will be great friends, that we can get along. Oh yes, we'll invite her too. So I'm a little confused. We're killing people? Oh, right. Wait. So it the demon needs to or devil needs to eat life essence? Well then, let's play. Come and join us for a wonderful ceremony. Don't worry, I'll make you as beautiful as I am. Uh-oh. Rose, you weren't completely innocent, were you? Which girl do you want? I want that one. Not enough. Still not enough? More! More! Well then, let's play. Come and join us for a wonderful ceremony. Are these the games that we were playing with the mirror? Let me out. Let me out. I want to go home. Let me out, please. The girl who became the devil. And now, the one I would like to invite to the coffin is... you. Nice. All right. So, what do I have to say about this one? I just did a quick check. It looks like this is all four of the endings. I got the second ending right away because in the first couple seconds of the last episode, I literally just followed her. I didn't even mean to. So, this was here. Let me look up who this was translated by because they did a great job. Patchy Illusion Team. A special thanks to Red Kitten's translation team. So, if I looked into them just a little bit, it looks like they specialize in translating things into English and Russian from Japanese, so that's gonna be super cool. I'm gonna be following them to make sure to see fresh if any more games get translated, because this one was sitting for a long time, 2017. It might have been a good thing that this game didn't get translated right away in one sense, because I think a lot of people would have had Pocket Mirror very fresh on their mind in 2017. And although the production value of that game, they had a custom composer, they had multiple animation teams working together, and they worked on it for I don't even know how many years. I followed it for at least 2 or 3 years on their Tumblr. So this game was really charming, though. I really liked I know that I was teasing about the characters, but it kind of seemed, in one sense, a little bit rushed in terms of the actual story. It was just assumed that there was some sort of relation formed with Shuni and Cher right off the bat. But once you understood what and who those characters were to Rose, I guess it made a little bit more sense. We didn't really get to see the devil too much. I know that they were imitating our appearance, but did we ever actually get to see them in the mirror world? I don't think so. Aside from the little reflections that were in the mirrors of the mirror world, when they were walking perpendicular in the corridor, and then there was on the other side of I'm trying to remember, there was a little present, and then we could see her in the mirror over there. There was lots of play on the word reflection, because I think the original title of this was Kagami something, which there's a famous song that goes, Kagami, oh Kagami. I think this is definitely inspired by that alongside. So, one critique I do have to say about this is that there were way too many lockouts possible. If people weren't doing proper say here. People always tease me that I do so many different save files. That's exactly why, is what you saw in this game, is that it's totally possible for you to get locked into a one track where you've already made the choice and the save point is still there. I mean, it's so easy to just turn off the save point after you've made a choice, and people will know that, oh, okay, I have to keep moving forward. Either I've gotten into a bad end or a death scenario, or I need to move on to the next save point. It's pretty simple to do. It's just a flag in RPG Maker, and the fact that it's not there, people could have played for an hour and a half or an hour, right, on one save file, and before they got to that witch puzzle, and they wouldn't have even known, or whatever it was, the doll puzzle, and they wouldn't have even known, and then they would have been locked out literally forever. So, unfortunate, but provided you were saving all right, it should have been just fine. I wonder if maybe that should be a flag somewhere. That would be unfortunate if it was and I just didn't see it. So, anyway, that's it for Devil of the Mirror. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next playthrough.